Today on Drawbli, Abby is drawing.
Comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
So this is what you chose for your prompt, comfortable. We were talking about this in the last episode. If you guys haven't seen that one yet, check it out down in the description below. But we were talking about what did Abby draw for comfortable? Mm-hmm. Because Abby liked my comfortable drawing quite a lot.
I did. And I retroactively applied the word comfortable to this piece because I decided for dangling head first in the air, this girl looks surprisingly comfortable.
And I would be surprisingly or unsurprisingly terrified.
Exactly. So I thought, wow, she looks really comfortable up there for somebody doing something that is probably maybe very uncomfortable for the average Joe. She was a quicker study of mine, 2-3 hours, I think, which for me lately has been a shorter amount of time or average amount of time.
These shapes.
Thanks. I just spent a ton of time on the sketch on this one, just getting the proportions to a point where I liked them as much as possible.
It looks awesome already.
Thank you.
There are so many cool shapes happening here.
Thank you.
This one, when I saw it, I looked at it and I said, this has a Sam Does... Is it Sam Does Art? Is that his name?
Okay.
I was like, this has a Sam Does Art.
So I have a confession to make.
Uh-huh.
Before I made this, I went on YouTube and I went on Sam Does Art's YouTube channel, which you may also have heard of, and I went to his tutorial playlist, and I believe there were maybe 17 videos on there.
No.
And you can adjust the playback speed on YouTube to 1.5, and I watched all of them in one sitting.
Very nice.
So here's
you had the general vibe in your head.
Yeah, and his whole vibe, watching his vibe made me feel very comfortable with just splashing things around and trying things, because he does a lot of that saturated colors for his values. And the one thing he does that I was really excited to try was he creates his own lighting a lot of the time. I'm sure he uses reference, but a lot of the time, if you look at his original reference, somebody in a different video is pointing this out, he'll have kind of changed the lighting a lot and created his own.
Stylized lighting.
Yes, that's what he is described as doing, stylizing his lighting. Mm-hmm. So I do end up creating my own lighting for this, which was a very fun part of the process.
Do we get some rim lights?
Kinda.
Abby, I'm gonna tell you right now the secret to art. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's all about the rim lights.
It is. And so another thing about this piece, though, there's so much more I could have done with it than I ended up doing. But here's where the element of professionalism comes in. We needed to, start putting stuff out. We needed to record, and
it's time to record. Let's go.
And so I got it to a point where I was like, you know what? There is more I could do with this. Absolutely. But you know what? It's done. It's done. I'm just kind of noodling here and there anyway. Yes, there's more, but it's done for me after about 3 hours. So
that's funny. Something really interesting here is, how the human brain is just trained really good to look at human faces and notice if things feel off a little. But looking at your face upside down, this is going to sound maybe mean, and I don't mean it to sound that way, but it looks a lot better upside down than it does when you turn it right side up.
I totally agree.
And I think that the part of your brain that says, nitpicks those tiny, super small proportional things out, it can't do it as well upside down. So looking at it upside down, I'm like, it's almost like when you it's like drawing an animal versus drawing a person, when you're like, oh, the animal can be off a little, it looks good. Same thing happening here.
Well, not to worry, I do go in and kind of structure the face a little bit, although I keep the original placement of things. Yeah, I just modify it slightly. And then Sam Does Art, he likes to start with the background, if he has a background. So I started with the background. This is a Sam Does Art study, so I kept in pace with that.
Somebody somewhat recently commented saying that we should do some more artist studies. So hey, here you go.
Oh, I watched 17 Sam Does Art tutorials, and this is what I learned. That's the title of this video. I decided that just now. There you go, art study for you. Who should I do next? Comment below.
Who's 17 videos?
Who
should I
has
watch next?
tutorials out on YouTube? I will watch all of them in one sitting, and I will do a study based on what I learned.
I will not eat. I will not sleep. I will not bathe.
To be fair, it didn't take me very long. There weren't that many, and I played, and they weren't very long.
Right.
He doesn't do. I mean, none of them were. I mean, I don't think any of them were full length, like sped up speed paints of 40 hours of work. I think they were just quick little snippets, which was just what I was in the mood for.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and it was sped up. Some of them were no longer than 6 minutes to watch. So, yeah. That's what I learned.
The background is looking really cool. I love the texture that you're getting. Who doesn't love painting mountains in the background and getting some nice warm light on them?
Yeah, see, you can tell I've already started to kind of create my own idea of what the lighting will be. I've tried to splash some lighting onto the trees even, and tried to drop some shadows behind them to show lighting kind of coming from the right and spilling to the left, spilling across the rocks of this cliff, which the cliff I left really messy. The cliff could have been better, but again,
I think it looks great.
3 hours.
It's really cool.
Called it done. Yeah, it was really, really fun to work on.
Going in, selection tool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
although I accidentally deleted my selection partway through, I think, and had to restart.
Do you nice? Do you know where this is?
I don't know anything about it. Probably in Europe. It looks very European in the background. Probably somewhere in Austria, Germany. I don't know.
For sure.
Switzerland.
For sure. You can just say you don't know. That's okay.
Yeah. How's that feel to it? The little hamlet, the village hamlet behind her, which I didn't put in. I put that bridge in, but that's about it.
That is a very
I
nice
should have done the
bridge.
shadow different on the bridge, maybe.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, like I said.
Next
little
time.
sketch.
So she's obviously up there rock climbing. We, as many champs of the Drawbli channel know, for those that are new, of course, our subscribers are called champs, champions.
Yes.
Champs for short.
Yes. Thanks, champs.
Why that happened, I don't remember, but it is.
Yes.
We do bouldering a lot, and we talk about bouldering all the time, and it's a little confusing. You know, this is rock climbing. This is what rock climbing out in the wild looks like. Yes. Absolutely up on that cliff face like an absolute lunatic. We just like to stay, 5-10 feet off the ground.
We're indoor cats.
Yeah, we're not going very high, but we do climb really hard stuff. And I will say, recently we have leveled up. We've gotten a little better.
Yeah.
We've gotten a little stronger.
Yeah, we have. We climbed some V3s now. Which to anybody who boulders, maybe depending on the gym you go to, you're saying V3, whatever.
Wow, losers.
But you haven't been to where we climb.
The place where we
really
climb.
Hard there.
So we go to
We're
a
notorious,
place.
Actually.
They are notorious for that. There's a place that we go to where we climb, where they grade. The only way I can describe it is mean.
Mean, yeah.
It is very mean. But another place that we go to climb at, I have climbed a V7 at this place. Now I could probably climb something, a little harder as well. But at this gym that we go to, recently we've just started climbing V3s. You can think
not all of them.
You can think of that as like a level 1, a level 2, a level 3. It's kind of like that. Level 3 being more difficult, level 7 being even more difficult. But the gym we go to, oh man, they are just...
So mean.
They like to really just rub it in your face.
Yeah, but you know who could go there and just dominate?
Who?
The woman who is the reason I drew Rock Climber in the first place. The woman who is...
you've been watching the
Bouldering
tournaments.
World Cup. Well, I watched it a while back. Yanya Garnbridge.
Oh, yeah, Yanya. She's insane.
Oh, my gosh. I was originally going to draw her, but a search of her turned up this image, which is not her. I don't know who this is.
It might be her.
If
Maybe
you
it's
know
just
who
hard
it
to
is, please shout it out. No, it's not her. I would recognize her.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm that much of a fan that actually I probably would.
It sounds like
now.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
she's amazing.
There are a lot of professional female climbers, and they're all absolutely incredible. And then there's this girl, Yanya, and she is like, I don't know, twice as good as the second best.
She's like the Michael Phelps, where it's just like the Eurasian Bolt. She's
the Eurasian Bolt?
Eurasian, how do you say his name? Usain Bolt, I forgot. Anyway.
Like the Tiger Woods of golf.
Like the Lion Woods of
yeah, like the Lion Forest of golf. Yes.
She's absolutely incredible, and
Yeah,
A lot of people
she's,
might
like,
know, though,
insane.
because the bouldering was really big on the Olympics last year.
I highly doubt it. It might have.
No, it was. This is a statistic. I'm not just saying my opinion. It was actually genuinely very big.
Well, that's because it was its first time being there, so it was new. So obviously it had some big numbers, but I highly doubt.
Maybe it was popular not just because it was new. Maybe because it was really cool. You ever think of that?
I did not think of that.
No.
Well, hey, I love the lighting that you have added to this. The lighting not just in the background and the rock, but the lighting on the character looks absolutely incredible. Everything here looks so cool. You did such a good job on this. I can see that you're throwing your image off to the left and right to like crop it.
Yeah.
there are maybe some better ways to do that I could show you, but I love the technique. Very cool.
Thank you.
She looks so good. She looks absolutely amazing, and I think everybody in the comments should say so as well because this looks
thank you.
freaking thebomb.com.
There's probably so much more to do, but today, 3 hours in, I said it's done. I've learned what I can. Here's what I learned from Sam Does Art tutorials.
From all 17 of them.
And my own experience a little bit thrown in there, but mostly Sam Does Art.
Well, hey, if you want to hear us talk about 17 Sam Does Art's tutorials in the future, yet again, you can click that subscribe button.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
goodbye, everybody.
What artist do you think I should study next?
Oh, we definitely have to watch all 17 of Marco Bucci's tutorials.
Do you think he only has 17? I doubt that.
All 17 of Mark Bernay's tutorials, and all 17 of Marco Vespucci's tutorials.
Or Proco.